Patchy!
All
Alrighty, everyone, welcome. You know exactly what it is by the title. It is, of course, Frantic 6 versus Ladon Esports. We're out here on Clubhouse for the first map. It is, of course, the best of 3, which means there is chances for redemption here for either of these teams. And these two teams, we've seen them clash before. They're pretty much giants, I guess you could say, in the scene at the moment. So, you know, both of these teams have so much to lose in this match, and one of them has to go home. And that's all here happening on the Titan Rainbow Six tournament right here. And of course, it is powered by Sellers Cars. So if you're looking to sell your car quick, fast, and safe with 4 cash, go to sellerscars.co.za. Just had to plug that in right at the beginning here for us to be able to get into this one. Of course, the Monty going to be taken off the board as per usual, and the Maverick going to be the one to fall off as well. Maverick, super powerful pick on this map specifically. That is no surprise to see that taken off the board, especially when you're attacking CCTV. Maverick can be super annoying, but pretty much across the board, he can be quite strong. So, of course, he's going to be taken off. And Mira going to be taken off as well, obviously. Now, this is something we didn't really see as much of yesterday as I expected. Obviously, Mira, a very powerful pick. You don't really want her on the board, and we saw her on the board last time, sorry, yesterday in those matches there. We saw her on the board quite a bit, so that was a bit odd, but now taken off the board as per usual. And, of course, Echo going to be the one to follow off next as well. So pretty much standard stuff across the board, everything expected, everything by the book so far. Both of these teams, like I said, they have a lot to lose. They both want to walk away with the win, but only one team can walk away with that W here today. And well, we have a best of 3 to find out who that will be. Of course, we're playing for quite some spicy stuff at the end here. Of course, the Titan Rainbow Six Siege tournament is not just a random tournament for funsies. We have some spicy prizes waiting at the end for the winners. So, both of these teams want to be putting their absolute best going into this match and, of course, this tournament. So, we're going to be seeing the CCTV room defense coming out here for Frantic 6. And, well, it's a classic defense. Nothing really too much to talk about in terms of this particular site. Of course, you're going to be wanting to hard reinforce this particular wall. It's quite important. You know, that's pretty much the crux of the attacker's attack. Just trying to see here if I need to rehost the game.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I'm just trying to see if they need a rehost. It seems like they're okay. So everything will continue as per normal. It's not a ZA Esports tournament unless there are tons and tons of technical difficulties. So of course, that's the christening right there. We know this is definitely now a proper esports tournament here in ZA. Nice and spicy. In any case, let's take a look. It's going to be Ladon. They are 1 man down now at the moment. They did not ask for a rehost. I just want to make that very clear. I did ask them if they wanted one. They said no. So right now, Ladon are 1 man down going into this one. Not a great spot to be in. Of course, we saw that happening yesterday where some of the players were DC'd very early on, and that is quite unfortunate. For some reason, the sound is now bugged out. That's great. Wow, so we're having lots and lots of fun here today. I'm not sure what my sound is doing, but it is very much bugged out. So unfortunately, you won't be able to hear any of the spicy shots. But right now, you can see Ladon are now putting their attacks on, trying to find those picks. Because they're a player down, they need to find absolutely every advantage that they can get their hands on right now. And at the moment, Frantic 6 aren't giving it to them. Just playing it slow and steady, somewhat safe at the moment. You can see Crushes here on the dock, just playing this angle super tight, trying to find anything they can, but eventually the dock will go down, and that's going to be the pick that Ladon needed to try and start making their way in towards the site. Player count is even, so it's a 4 against 4, and I will admit this sound bug is very annoying. In any case, Twix going to be running in. Getting another one is, of course, going to be Neekstro as he runs in towards the site, getting that control. Taking a fight against Jaeger. The shot's coming through the crossfire, going to pick him up. And that's going to mean that there's one player left remaining who's going to get the shot onto one, but the defuser's already down. He has to find both of these players here. 1v2 for Frantic 6. So despite being one player down, Ladon managed to pull it off pretty successfully. Cannibal has to find everything here. Is he able to do it? Oh, it's not going to be the repel. The shots from behind, it's going to be Ladon Esports taking the first round. And I really, really, really hope that the sound bug will be fixed now going into this next round. In any case, Strider has returned, so hopefully we will see a nice fully stacked lobby, but it seems like Ladon don't really need him. It sounds bad, but what I mean to say by that is that they managed quite capably with 4 players. Despite being one man down, they still won the first round, which is a great spot to be in. Being able to pick up a round with one player down it bodes pretty well for the future for Ladon going into this map. We'll see if they can keep it up, or if they will be taken down by Frantic 6 here. Like I said earlier, both of these teams have quite a lot to fight for.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Oh no. It looks like my sound is definitely bugged out, and that is going to bother me. That is really going to bother me. Yeah, oh, it's come back. Yes, it's come back. Wonderful. That's great. Okay, brilliant. So we have the sound back. That's great. I was about to get very annoyed. I'm not going to lie to you. I was about to get exceptionally annoyed. I very much dislike when I can't hear what's going on the match. So at least we're going to be having that now. Having a look here, we're going to be CCTV room once again, having a look to see if Frantic 6 can correct some of their mistakes from the previous round, or if Ladon will be able to continue to bring out that strong showing and win another round. So Ladon now making their way in, doing what they need to do, making sure that information's coming through. As I keep saying, this is a high stakes match right here. Lots of stuff on the line here. Thermite going to be the one to open up the wall initially, so already a big pressure point here up towards CCTV. It's one of those walls you really want to hang on to for as long as possible, but now that being down so early on is going to make things difficult for Ladon. But they've held on to this before, so the question is, can they do it again? You can see Neekstro here on the Thatcher. Going to be the one to put the pressure on, and you're actually going to get caught out a little bit. Going to take quite a bit of damage off the small angle being opened up there through the rotation hole of the opposite wall, but not going to go down just yet. Oh, a nice angle being held here by Strider. Going to be taking down on the beach, but very interesting name. That's going to give Ladon a nice way to start the round off. Lots of damage going down now onto Neekstro, though. That's going to leave him extremely low, which is not a good spot to be in. The Hibana going to be opening up some walls here to try and put some pressure on in towards the garage. Strider going to be making his way in and gets spotted out, but not taken down by Crushers just yet. But now Ladon very low on HP, but they're still finding the head. Slimeout will be going down finally, so Pancake gets one back, but gets taken down immediately after, leaving Cannibal and Crushers the last two left alive for Frantic 6. Can they keep this one under control? Cannibal is going to get one, but he will be taken down. No chance for the Doc to resurrect himself, and now it's on to Cannibal to try and make something happen. 1v2, CB very low, but Twix full HP against Cannibal, who is very low himself. Diffuser is going to go down. Some shots going to ring forth, but the diffuser will continue to be planted. And now Cannibal has to find both of the heads. Is it possible? Will he be caught out by this angle? Oh, he's going to see the gun. The shots go through, but the immediate response is there, and Ladon will take round 2. Very nice response from Twix. Very quick stuff, pulling the trigger immediately, and Ladon Esports find themselves with a 2-round advantage despite being a man down in the first round. they are able to take themselves a good lead going forward into this one. Now it is on to Frantic 6 to see if they can bring it back, try and even it out, get some rounds on the board, and make things a little bit easier for themselves going into this map. Otherwise, they might just have to look at taking a map 2 and a potential map 3 if they win the map 2. That is quite the daunting task. Obviously, a best of 3 is very long-winded. That is for the most decisive of matches. Gotta make sure that we're getting the top quality stuff going out here, so everyone is gonna try and get those rounds in.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Dropping any rounds is not a good sign, not a good spot to be in. Makes things so much more difficult to try and bring back. And so Frantic 6 have quite the task ahead of them, but it is definitely doable. Now we're going to be here all the way on towards basement. This is the other popular site on this map. You're either in CCTV or you're in basement. There's very little deviation from that particular routine here, and well, no difference for Frantic 6, who have now decided to switch things up. I'm glad they didn't try to brute force the CCTV. We've seen it a couple times in some ZA Rainbow Six matches. We've seen where some teams will brute force around onto a certain point on the map, for instance CCTV room, and they'll just keep going and keep going and keep going until they get it. So that's not really the greatest strategy on the planet. Definitely good to just change things up a little bit. Going to be sticking towards the basement now. We'll see how they pull this one off. Of course, they're going to be employing the Smoke, the Valkyrie, the Jaeger, the Legion, and the Kaid for this basement defense. On the other side, Ladon Esports are going to be picking up the IQ, the Thatcher, the Thermite, the Hibana, and the Zofia coming out for their attack. Going to be making sure to, well, just explode their way in towards the site, make sure they've got all of that utility clearing at their disposal, and it certainly will be. You can see, oh wow, that's a very quick shot there from Nixro, going to be taking down a Beach, but making sure that Ladon are in a really good position now, already making their way in towards the site. They can see very, very quick tempo here. I wasn't expecting them to be so quick on the trigger, but this is really, really good. This means that they're going to have lots and lots of time to work with. We saw yesterday a lot of the teams having a bit of an issue working against the clock. And, well, you can't really do anything when you have 15 seconds to try and make everything happen. So very good that you can see some quick movements here from Ladon, making their way in towards that map, just pushing in once they have cleared everything out. That is why information is so important. Make sure that you know you can get stuff done. Now, in the meantime, Cannibal we're going to be doing some work, but he will be taken down immediately by a great trade coming out there. But that's still Ladon Esports in the lead at the moment with 2 frags of their own for only 1 on the other side. So they're going to be in a great position going forward. Frantic 6 need to try and hold on to this one as best they can. You can see all of their players here towards the site waiting for that attack from Ladon Esports to come in. You can see Ladon taking their time and just clearing things out with all of that advantage that they have, making sure they're not letting anything slip for the moment. Let's see if they can win the gunfights. That is what it will come down to. If they can get the picks, they'll easily be able to make their way onto the site and get that diffuser down. If that is even necessary at this point, we will see. You can see Frantic 6 players just holding down the fort right now, waiting for somebody to walk in towards those angles there, playing passively. 44 seconds left on the clock is going to mean that Ladon Esports have to make their way in at some point, but they're doing the drone work, which is going to give them that critical information that will allow them to attack the site. So now they're making their way in, putting their crosshairs in the right place. Are they going to be able to get into this one, or will Frantic 6 be able to hold on to this site? We have 25 seconds left on the clock. Ladon Esports in such a good position. They have to push. They've got the players. Do they have the time? They need to get these frags. What are they doing? The time is running out. 15 seconds left on the clock. They need to find the frags. They realize that they've wasted too much time now. They have to moving in as quickly as possible, but that's going to mean that they're in a bad position. Getting taken down. Legion will go down as well. There's a 3v2 going on there. The diffuser will be getting planted. The shots will be getting forth, and just in the nick of time, Ladon Esports will take round 3. That was almost too close for comfort, but finally they will push in and find the frags that they need to find. That was on a hair right there. That was way too close. That was almost reminiscent of the rounds that we've been seeing from some of the other teams yesterday, where the clock was working against them. But the difference between that and this is that Ladon knows when to pull the trigger. They see that they have 15 seconds left on the clock, but they are on site. They have the man advantage. They know They have everything working for them, and they just get immediately aggressive, move into the site to get that defuser down, force the defenders to peek, and take the fights and win. So, well played by Ladon there. That's going to put them on a 3-round lead going into this one. Ladon putting their foot down, taking that early lead, making sure that they're getting everything that they needed to go into this one. Making sure that they're not letting anything drop just yet. So far, a perfect set of rounds from Ladon Esports. They know that they need to win this one. They know how important this match is. They know what is on the line, and they're putting in the rounds that they need to put in. Now, of course, this is the best of 3, so if Frantic 6 do manage to lose this one, or do end up losing this one, they still have a chance for redemption in map 2, but that is, of course, quite the tall order. Now, we're going to be seeing the basement defense coming out for Frantic 6 once again, and it was more successful than the CCTV room defense, but not by too much. They managed to waste the time of Ladon Esports, but they weren't able to close the gap, do the rest of the work necessary to win the round. So let's see if Frantic 6 can change it up a little bit, make sure that they can correct their mistakes from the previous round, and see if they can get into this one. Now, of course, Coastline is going to be the second map of this best of 3 series, so if Frantic 6 do end up losing this one, they will be fighting for their redemption on towards that map. We'll see if they can pull it off or not. Ladon have been doing such a good job of keeping themselves in this one pretty much perfectly, not dropping a single round just yet. Being able to hold on to it quite decisively. We saw in the previous round they were making some very, very quick moves in the beginning of the round, which allowed them to play so slowly towards the end, but they were almost out of time at the end there, so we'll see if they maybe pull the trigger a little bit quicker towards the end of this round. But they have started to make their way in nice and quick as per usual, making sure to clear out all of the rest of the floors, making sure they're not going to get flanked from behind. You can see Nixtra up here on the 3rd floor, just making sure no one is going to clap him from behind, which might just come in pretty handy. So they have started to make their attack. The Valkyrie cams are going to be the ones to spot some information out for the defense. You can see most of them located here towards the bomb site, just holding on as long as possible. We saw them doing this in the previous round as well. It didn't really work out for them because they weren't able to maintain any sort of advantage here. Let's see if they'll get picked off once again. The floor's being opened up. It's Strider trying to put some shots down on towards Cannibal, who will survive for the time being. You can see this vertical play now coming out as they try and take the site from above, get some advantages going for themselves. The Thatcher going to be there to take some... Ooh, Nitrocell going to take down Twix as they try and open it up. Resurrection will come in, but is it going to be enough? There's a shot from Nixtra. It's going to take down Crushers, and that's going to put Ladon Esports in a good position going forward. Once again, the man advantage in their favor is going to mean that they have a lot to work with going forward. Now, 50 seconds left on the clock, and Ladon Esports... they're in such a good position. Nixtra once again are going to be the one to get some more frags going for Ladon. Going to make sure that they're in the best possible spot going forward here. They've got eyes on the site, and they're looking to take it. 35 seconds left on the clock. They have themselves a good spot. They know the position of so many players now. They need to push in and get these wins. Can they find the heads? They are moving in now, slowly but surely. They know they need to take this site. 25 seconds left on the clock is all they've got to work with. It's 5v3. Can Frantic 6 hold on to this one this time around? It certainly looks like they can for the moment. Taking down Nixtra with 15 seconds left. Now they just have to waste some time. It's a 3v3. Sly is going to get one. Sebi going to get that diffuser down. And the shot's going to ring forth. Mario going to take down one. It's onto Sir Pancake to try and hold on to this defense. Can he do it? He gets 2. They're all out. They're all out. Does he know this? He can stick this defuse. No one is coming to get him. Sophia does resurrect herself, though. But she's so low. Can he find the frags? He will! He will find Sophia and take her down. That is going to be the first round on the board for Frantic 6, who managed to hold on to this round by a thread. But they have done it. They have managed to keep themselves in this one and put themselves on the board. One round going for Frantic 6 as they look to shut down this snowball coming out from Ladon as we head towards the second half. Round by round, we're making our way there. It is 3 against 1 at the moment. Frantic 6 not happy to let Ladon run away with this one. They know what is at stake. They know they need to keep themselves in this one. So they will be putting their foot down, taking that round for themselves. Just barely, but it is enough. Now they will be heading over to CCTV room this time around, and they weren't very successful in the beginning of this map on that particular bomb site. Let's see if they can just put up a bit of a stronger defense going forward into round 5. Sixth picking the Clash out in towards the Bandit. So pretty standard stuff coming out from Frantic 6. On the other side, of course, Ladon Esports going to be picking up standard operators all across the board. IQ Thatcher, Thermite, Herbana, and Zofia going to be the picks up for Ladon. Let's see if the CCTV hold can come in a little bit more decisively. I think one of the things that Ladon continued to do correctly in the previous few rounds was to take this wall right here. They're very, very good at just taking this one right in the beginning of the round and putting such pressure on towards Frantic 6. So Frantic 6, they need to play the Bandit around this wall, and they need to trick as well. But even more than that, there needs to be some sort of try at taking the pressure off of this area, because what happens is the Thatcher and the Thermite, because the Thatcher wasn't banned, they can Thatcher this wall, and that means that the bandit tricking can be sort of defeated. But if you get one of your players to run out here and maybe catch people off guard, or somehow manage to get a pick on towards the Thatcher and or the Thermite and make it a bit more difficult, that is exactly what Frantic 6 will need to stop that from happening. So we'll see if that's what comes out, or if they have some other way in towards this map to get some rounds in on the board, because right now they need to switch something up from the previous rounds where they weren't able to win. Some shots going forward now towards the feet. You can see there it is, the Thermite going to be putting down some charges here with the help of the Thatcher, but the Bandit tricking is in place, and that is exactly what we needed to see coming out from Frantic 6. That is exactly what I needed to see. It's exactly what I was talking about, so that's a good start. The Bandit tricking coming out, although Frantic 6 will lose Cannibal, which is a bit of an issue. That means man advantage is once again in the favor of Ladon Esports, which seems to be the case almost every round so far. Ladon looking very confident, taking things very decisively. Right now, Thermite having a difficult time putting this charge up, making it very difficult. Crusher's going to be able to get back up onto his feet, but Thermite will finally be able to open the wall up. Mario going to be the first one to fall on the side of Ladon. That's going to even things out for Frantic 6, so they're in a much better spot than they were in the previous rounds, but with 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock, there's still plenty of play for Ladon. They can still make this work. It's on to Frantic 6 to see if they can make something happen. Sir Pancake going to be the one to take down Strider as well, going to fall. Neekstro, it's down to Twix and Sebi to try and make something happen. Twix will get one. But this is the first time that Ladon have been on the back foot when attacking CCTV. Let's see if they can continue to win this one, or finally Frantic 6 will be able to make a successful defense on towards it. You can see Sebi already on towards the site. Twix going to be there to support. Sebi can get this defuser planted, but they are just clearing out things for now. Twix going to be able to take down Crushers. That's going to be an important pick. It is a 2v2. Now, defuser going to be going down in a very interesting spot here. Maybe going to make it difficult for the attackers to come in here, or the defenders to take this one out. Oh no, the smoke grenade and the shots going to be coming in, and now Twix so low on HP needs to somehow cling to this one. Ladon clinging to life by a thread. Defuser is planted, but the shots now coming forward. Is able to take down one, but the trade is immediately coming through, and the defuse will come in as well. Frantic 6 get their second round on the board. Well played. Well played. These teams know what is on the line. They know they need to give absolutely everything that they can. That is going to be slowly but surely Frantic 6 making their way back into this one, clawing their way back, getting some rounds on the board, making themselves just a little bit more close to being even with Ladon. Now we're going to be heading to Gym and Bedroom, which is one of my favorite maps to see, or one of my favorite bomb sites, should I say, to see how the players defend. We've seen some very interesting strats. We see ATK, they love to blow the wall of the between the bomb sites wide open, make it into one giant bomb site. We've seen castle strats coming out very recently, which we do see coming out again. Very, very useful in my opinion. I love to see the castle coming out very strong. Can pretty much just create quite a good set of rotations. Basically, you can block off entire areas of the map, create your own funnels basically for the attackers, and either the attackers have to waste their time in utility breaking them open, or they have to go somewhere else, which is in any case pretty much a win-win situation all across the board for the defenders. So yeah, it's nice to see the castle coming out. We'll see how they decide to defend this one. I'm putting my eyes on going to be making a rotation hole through the wall. Reinforcements coming through on the outside, and they're also going to be showing presence all across the top floor, which is nice to see. The castle barricades, still waiting to see where those will go down. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it on the windows here. Yeah, there it is. Pancake going to be setting that one up. That's pretty common, but they do have the Ash on the side of Ladon to start clearing out all of these reinforcements and soft walls and whatnot. So we'll see if the castle barricades do come in handy, or if they will just be cleared out instantly. So right now, a lot of shots coming through this window here towards the main room. Of course, that gym window is still reinforced by the castle barricade. We'll see how long that lasts, of course. Ash playing the roof is going to be able to open up the hatches, do all the stuff. We can see the bandit playing here. I like this play. The bandit has been played a lot better from Frantic 6 here in recent times, to just trick those walls and make sure that Ladon Esports isn't getting anything for free, which they were in the first couple of rounds. Oh, some drone work being done to get all of that information. They know that the tricking is being done towards this wall. That's going to give them the information they need to adjust themselves. The Thatcher and the Thermite now going to be playing in tandem with one another to get those walls down as they should. And that's going to allow Ladon Esports to try and make their way into this one. Actually, I think they might just be stopped pretty successfully here so far. So Frantic 6 doing a really good job of making sure that that Thermite is having a difficult time right here to stop this from coming out here. So well done. That's exactly what I was talking about in a couple of rounds that I needed to see from Frantic 6, that they needed to change to be able to win the rounds out. And they're doing a really good job of making sure that the Thatcher and the Thermite are having such a difficult time opening this wall up. And that's going to be a big part of why Frantic 6 are going to be able to hold on to this one. Right now, Beachbutt going to be taking the first kill. That's Strider to go down. Finally, the Thatcher will be able to open this wall up. But there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock, so a good amount of time has been wasted. Still, this wall being open does mean that Ladon Esports will be able to make their way in eventually, but the man advantage is in the favor of Frantic 6 right now, so they have lots of time and resources to work with. It is on to Ladon Esports to try and make something happen, try and get something going in their favor. Oh, that's Twix actually going down now as well. That's going to make things difficult. You can see these points, these chokeholds being held so successfully here by Frantic 6. They're doing an amazing job of holding on to this one. I'm surprised they didn't pick this site earlier. They seem to be so capable on it. Right now, there's only 2 players left. Shots going through the wall. 1 left. It's going to be the Thermite on Sebi to try and make something happen. 1v5. I think this is impossible. With 30 seconds left, this is basically not doable here for Sebi, unless he suddenly finds 5 frags in consecutive order, which I seriously doubt. The shot's going forward, but it's not going to happen. Frantic 6, flawless round. And once again, I'm going to ask the question, why didn't they pick this bomb site earlier? This was such a good hold coming out from Frantic 6. They played this absolutely to perfection. They did not make a single mistake, and you can see that flawless round coming out from Frantic 6. Really well played from them. So we're going to be moving into round 7, breakneck even. 3 rounds against 3 rounds for both of these teams here in round 7 as we move into the second half. A much needed comeback for Frantic 6 to put themselves back into this one. Now the real question is, who's going to take this one? Because it looked like Ladon were in the lead. It looked like they were going to be taking this one with such decisive action, but suddenly Frantic 6 pull the trigger back. They come back, get all of the rounds back in their favor, and now we will see if Frantic 6 can mount a decent attack. Because right now Ladon now picking up the defense side is going to be what they're doing at the moment. They're going to be picking up the castle as well. which is quite a nice pick. But they're going to be defending CCTV, and I really like the fact that they're bringing out the castle on the CCTV defense. I think that's a really good, strong pick right there. You can actually play the castle mute combo quite nicely in CCTV here. If you place the mute jammers very in close proximity to some of those castle barricades, you can actually make it even more difficult for them to get through. Now, you can see on the other side they do have the Ashe and the Zofia, so they will still be able to break through these castle barricades. So, not going to be a problem in terms of, you know, that particular combo, but still a really great combo nonetheless. And castle barricades can make it very, very difficult for the attackers to get in, especially if you get some early picks on towards the Ashe or the Zofia. So if you take those players out early, you will put yourself in such a good position. You can castle barricade things and waste so much of the attacker's utility and time. If you force players like IQ or well, actually, IQ doesn't have the charges, so if you force a player like Thatcher to use, or Thermite to use the Thermite charges on a soft wall, you have really, really strained out the utility coming out from the attacker. So that can be very, very useful there. If we do see it happen, of course, there's no guarantee. But right now, once again, the tricking coming out this time, of course, for Mario is going to be the one to make sure that Frantic 6 don't get any free entries in towards the bomb site. That's going to mean that Frantic 6 have to work extra hard to get themselves in towards the bomb site. Of course, they've got plenty of time to work with. They're doing their drone work, making sure they've got that info, and some nice work from the Thatcher and the Thermite here to open the wall up. In the meantime, though, Cannibal is going to go down, which is going to make things very difficult. And oh, the Thatcher not going to play the grenades at the right moments, and that is going to make things so difficult. Now, the Thermite has to use another of the charges to try and make it in. Trying to bait out any of those tricks coming out. There's some shots going forward now. The Ashe going to be so low on HP, is going to survive with her life though for the moment, of course. Oh, a nice shot from Beach Butt, going to take down Meekstra, and that's a great trade to make it 1-for-1. It's going to even things out, but even is not what we need right now. One of these teams needs to pull ahead. The question is, who will it be? So the Ashe going to be here to open up the castle barricades, put up the pressure on towards the site. Is going to be a critical angle to hold going forward, but the Thatcher and the Thermite need to take this wall down. It is going to be a critical point of attacking this bomb site unless they can suddenly make their way in somewhere else, which I doubt. At this point, they really just need to get this wall open. And it looks like it will finally come through. So the walls are open, the windows are open, the critical angles are now held in towards the site here for Frantic 6. They've got what they need, but they need to continue pushing. They need to get some picks. They need to find something that'll crack the site open for them. Otherwise, they're going to be met with a solid defense coming out here from Ladon. Nice repel coming out from Sir Pancake here. Could potentially catch a couple of players out, but he needs to be careful. He needs to be watching in the right place. Right now, we have 25 seconds left on the clock now. Beach Butt goes down, but not out. Will finally get taken out. That's going to put the man advantage in towards the Frantic 6 as they start taking out player after player after player. Everyone I just switched to going down immediately. This is so close. Suddenly, the trades are through and Sir Pancake left alive with 5 seconds. This is not going to happen. He knows it. We know it. That's going to be a round for Ladon Esports. We barely got time to see those trades happening, but they came out so quickly, and that is just owing to the fact that that Frantic 6 couldn't find those picks that they needed. They made such a good effort in opening up the angles, but they weren't able to get anything out of that, and that put them in a difficult position, and with such little time left on the clock, they were not able to make the rest of the distance in it to get the round. So we're going to be moving into round 8, 3-4, in favor, of course, of Ladon Esports. And if you're wondering why I'm not talking, it's because I'm getting myself some water, because my throat is dry. You know, I don't have somebody giving me free water while I'm just talking, so I have to go fetch it myself.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attack.
Alright, so here we go. We're going to be moving in to round 8. It's going to be up here towards gym and bedroom for Ladon Esports. And we saw Frantic 6 mounting a decent defense up here on German Bedroom, and I made the question, why didn't they come here earlier? But Ladon Esports are going to be the ones to come here earlier. We'll see if they can hold on to it just as well as Frantic 6 could. Right now they're showing presence across the entire upper floor, which is of course good. This is a very strong position to hold. Defense going to be coming out with the blitz. Oh, sorry, not the blitz. Every time I see the lightning and I'm like, it's blitz. But it's not. It is in fact a bandit. Bandit, Mozzie, Smoke, Castle, and Jaeger going to be the choices here for Ladon. On the other side, Frantic 6 going to be picking up the Thatcher, the Thermite, the Hibana, the Zofia, and the IQ. So pretty much standard stuff for them. Let's see how the attack is mounted. We do have Nixtro playing up here towards CCTV, which is currently being attacked by Sly. So we'll see if any issues come off of this particular point. Actually, Jaeger going to be the one to make his way in towards CCTV. Might just be caught out here pretty early on. Alright, now Frantic 6 just trying to start clearing out the angles here towards CCTV. Making sure no one is holding any cheeky angles on this side of the map as they make their way in from all sides. So a nice attack coming out from Frantic 6, making sure they're clearing out the CCTV side, which is a great set of holds coming out for them. Definitely going to be a great way to start now. Hibana opening up a separate angle, and Nixtro, a brilliant Nitrocell into Crushers, is going to make things so much more doable for Ladon here on the defense. They can definitely make this happen. This is the sort of picks that they need to get to make this easy to win for themselves. Now, Frantic 6 in a bit of a situation here. They have to make something happen because, yeah, they've taken control of CCTV, but with 1 minute and 30 seconds, they still need to push towards the other side of the floor. They still need to get in towards German Bedroom. Right now you can see Ladon Esports quite happy to just hold on to what they've got for the moment. They know they've got time working on their side, so Frantic 6 need to make their way swiftly in towards the bomb site here, clearing out the rooms very quickly, making their way in. Right now, leading the head of the charge is Sir Pancake, pushing in. Slowly but surely they have made their way in here, but they have been forced off the angles by the castle barricades. So once again, the time wasting and utility wasting of the castle barricades coming in very clutch. 45 seconds left on the clock now, and they have to make something happen here. Shots going straight through the softball here as they try and crack open the site, but they need to find something. The shots ringing through the wall, not going to connect onto anyone just yet, but they are running out of time. 35 seconds left on the clock, they need to find something. Shots ringing forth, but Sir Pancake will not be able to find him. He's being held off by this castle barricade. That's going to make things so difficult. Now the smoke canisters coming out to waste the time. 25 seconds left is going to make this so difficult. Sly is able to get one, but he has to get so much more if he wants to make this happen. The Jaeger just holding the angle so tightly. He's trying to peek it. Is he going to spot out the rest of the players in time? Some shots going forward. Mario going to be tossing out a Nitrocell. Beachbutt going to be falling as well. Cannibal starting that plant, trying to get anything that he can. This is going to be close. Sir Pancake falls. Now it's onto Cannibal. Everything onto this one, but Frantic 6 somehow make it work and take round 8. Oh, just absolutely brilliantly played by Cannibal. There was absolutely nothing short of a hero play coming out from Cannibal to keep them in this round. 4 against 4 is the round count right now. And Frantic 6, they do not want to go down and out just yet. They know they have to try and win every round they can. They know that one map dropped is going to be a difficult situation to play through. Both of these teams badly wanting to win this map. Because if you drop this map, that means you're not only playing for a map 2, but you're playing for a map 3 as well. So that is always a difficult situation to be in.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we're going to be seeing the basement defense coming out once again. That, of course, for Ladon Esports. Now, it looks like they're actually just going to be vacating the premises completely, moving all the way in towards the top floors. So it looks like they might be mounting a vertical defense towards the bomb site. And this is actually a really good play, considering that well, Monty's been taken off the board, which means you don't have to worry about immediate sight attacks. You can actually just pay attention to that vertical defense. And that's exactly what Ladon Esports are doing. So let's see if this comes out and works in their favor, or if Frantic 6 will be able to dismantle it.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
We will see. We will see. I'm very interested to see how this vertical defense comes out. You can see the castle barricades being used to just hold off and allow for easy rotations for the defenders. Make them easily able to move around the map without worrying too much about being pressurized from certain points on the map. You can see map presence going all across the board now, so they do have players anchoring on site, but some of them playing across towards some of the other floors. So some really nice movements coming out here, and some very quick stuff actually for a Strider who's going to be taking down Sir Pancake. So that's a big pick coming out from Ladon. They need pretty much everything they can, and that is going to be the great first step. You can see Strider holding a very cheeky angle here, actually. It's a great way to start off this map, or this round, should I say, at least. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Ooh, some shots going forward as Sebi trying to hold off any of the attackers from moving in, but the drop will come through. No one's going to be holding on to it. Sebi has to make something happen. Meanwhile, Cannibal going to take down Neekstro only getting one before they go down. Legion going to be able to fall, or being falling as well. So it's a 3v3. Make that a 2v3 as Beach Bud and Cannibal, now the last ones left alive for Frantic 6. They have a lot of work to do, but they've got some time to do it. 1 minute 25 on the clock. Still some time to play with. Lots of shots going down. The Zofia falls, and now it's on to the Hibana with less than 25 HP, making it so difficult. 1v3. This is a difficult situation to be in. Finds the head though, Beach, but managing to win the fight against Twix is going to leave Mario and Strider, the last two left alive for Ladon. But 1v2 is still a difficult spot to be in. But there is time to play with. A minute on the clock is going to mean that the drone work can be done. This is a good choice coming out from Beach, but he does have the time to do it. Did he spot the legs out? He might have, I'm not sure, but he is going searching for the rest of the team now. 45 seconds left on the clock. He's going to try and find some angle on towards Ladon. He knows that he has the time, but the time is moving forward, and he doesn't have forever. So the shots coming forward now, those pellets coming out, just trying to make sure that he has an angle in towards the site. 20 seconds left, less than 25 HP. He's making a big brain move here. He's not going to drop down through the hatch. He's going to go all the way back down the stairs, but that leaves him with 15 seconds left and not much time to get these frags in. Can he make it happen? He's going to try and just crawl in here. This is actually doable. He can get this diffuser down now in time. Let's see if Mario and Strider will be able to catch him out. Strider's right here. Shot's going to go forward. Does he spot him out? He doesn't, but Ladon will still win because the diffuser wasn't planted. The final decision was made to stop planting that diffuser, and that is going to be the end of that. Honestly, I think the diffuser should have been stuck there. Just stick it. When you're less than 25 HP with no time left on the clock, just stick the defuse. You still might have the chance of surviving. But unfortunately, that decision was not made, and so Ladon Esports will take that victory in the round. So we're going to be moving into round 10, 4-5, as Ladon slowly but surely making their way towards match point. Frantic 6 going to have to try to stop Ladon from taking that match point, because as soon as Ladon hit that match point, it is going to be so difficult to take the win. Because then not only are you playing for the overtime, but you're also playing for map 2 and map 3, which is pretty much the long run sprint, which is a very difficult task to put before any team. We'll see if they can do it, or if they will be stopped in their tracks. Right now, Frantic 6 have been doing a pretty good job of getting the rounds they need to sort of even themselves out, but right now, even is not what you need. You need to win. You need as many maps, or you need as many rounds as possible, so you can get as many maps as possible. And right now, that is a difficult task. Now, CCTV room will be the choice of defense for Ladon here. They're going to be putting that up once again. The castle strat's going to be employed, which I like to see. Definitely one of my more favorable strats in my mind. I like to see it. Definitely an underrated operator in the past. Now castle being utilized to some pretty good usage here by a lot of teams lately. It's very nice to see. Side of Ladon Esports is of course going to be the Bandit, the Jaeger, the Smoke, the Castle of course, and the Mute. On the other side, pretty standard stuff all across the board. We're going to have the Thatcher, the Thermite, the Hibana, the Zofia, and the IQ coming out for Frantic 6. Let's see if they can mount a successful attack, or if Ladon Esports will be able to hold on to the lead that they have generated for themselves by one single round. Cannibal going to be spotting out these castle barricades, knows that there is a little bit of util that needs to be spent here. The Hibana preparing to take that out as well. So Frantic 6 know they need to push through these barricades. It's very important that they get those line of sights on towards the bomb site. These walls and windows need to be opened up for every possible chance at getting in, and they know they need to do it with some super duper coordination here. So here it is, the first window is going to be opened, spam going to go through, nothing going to be found by the pre-fire. That's going to mean that the Hibana is going to start the run on towards the garage, and the Thermite hopefully going to be opening up this wall at some point. Now, there go the Hibana charges, opening up in it towards the garage there, as the shots from Cannibal still coming through. That Thermite and Thatcher are going to be opening this one up as well. So now Frantic 6 have every angle that they could want on towards the site. Now they need to make something out of it. They need to get these hits in. They need to get the frags. They need to get something going for themselves to put themselves in a good position to attack this bomb site. All angles have been opened up, but no one is showing themselves off of Ladon Esports just yet, and that's going to make things difficult. The Thermite going to be opening this wall as well, trying to get some more angles of attack on towards the bomb site, just making it as difficult as possible for the defenders to hold on to it. Oh, Crusher's going to be the first to pull the trigger now. That's one frag for Frantic 6. That is the pick that they needed to put themselves in a good spot. But they need to keep it going. They need to get into this bomb site. 43 seconds left on the clock. They need to make their way in. And they need to make their way in now. Strider going to be the one to make things happen for Ladon. That's going to be 1 in their favor. So it is 4 against 4 at the moment. Oh, a brilliant nitrous cell coming out from Strider. Neekstra going to be the one to do some work as well. Shots going straight through the soft walls to try and find someone, but Cannibal not going to be able to get anything happening, and the defuser will not be able to be planted, as Mario going to make sure that doesn't happen. Jaeger will be taken down pretty quickly, but Cannibal has a lot of work to do. It's a 1v2 unless Strider gets picked up here. The defuser isn't down, and the shots will land. Too many angles being held, and Ladon will win round 10 and put themselves in a pretty decisive position here with match point and, of course, the round lead. Very nice stuff coming out here, but finally someone will take the lead, someone will take the advantageous position, and that is, of course, going to be Ladon Esports. Frantic 6 now have quite a steep hill to climb if they want to get back into this one, because not only do they need to win 2 rounds in a row to get to overtime, not even a win, just overtime, they also will be looking at heading to map 2. So difficult spots all across the board. If they do even manage to get to overtime, they still have to push for the win, and even if they do win, we still head to map 2, which I believe is going to be the coastline. So of course, you still have that to look forward to. But in any case, we will be moving on to what could potentially be the final round of this map. That is, of course, if Ladon manage to win this one. But they have shown us that they can do quite a good set of defenses. And once again, they will be picking a bedroom and gym coming out for them. And they have been pretty successful on this one, if my mind serves me correctly. So we'll see if they can hold on to this one once again, or if Frantic 6 will be able to claw their way back in towards the overtime. Alright.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Interesting enough, they have not opened up a rotation hole just yet. I expect them to do that relatively soon. There it is. Quick's going to be the one to do that. Now we will see if Frantic 6 can make it happen, if they can get in towards that overtime, or if Ladon will be able to close this one out right here and right now and move us towards map 2. Which will, I think, be incredibly interesting. Coastline is a very, very interesting map to watch, especially between these two giant teams here. Frantic 6 going to be making their way in nice and quick. Once again, going to be looking to open up these critical angles here. And I keep talking about them, but they are very, very crucial to open up. The Bandit going to be tricking these angles, but the Thatcher tossing the nades in. They has to do this very, very well timed. The Thermite going to be putting it in the... Oh, just in time. The Bandit tricking will come in and stop that wall from being opened up. So that is a very difficult spot to be in now. They have to spend time in utility opening this up. The shots coming through. Beachbutt going to actually fall immediately. Crusher's trying to stop any sort of run out from happening. Slybutter going to take one. So it is a 1-for-1. We're on 4 against 4, but Cannibal going to be going down. Going to make things difficult. Now the only attack that they have is going to be here. Bandit tricking coming straight out there. The Thatcher, well, not going to be there to support, and that's going to mean that all of Thermite's charges are done and dusted. All of that utility wasted. Now, not only are they going to have to worry about the hard reinforced walls, but they're going to have to worry about the fact that they can't open them up, and they can't open up any of the castle barricades except with the help of IQ. So IQ is going to be the only chance that they have to destroy any of these barricades from castle, and that is what I was talking about earlier. That is the power of the castle. If you get the picks onto the hard breachers, you're basically set, and now the IQ has been taken off the board by a nitrous cell. Mario going to be picking that one up. This is looking pretty much not doable for Frantic 6. They have so much to get through, and they look at this. They have to melee these castle barricades down. That is not a good position to be in. They're in a 2v4 with no utility to work with. Everything's been wasted. The shots coming through. This is basically undoable. 38 seconds left on the clock, and, well, Frantic 6 going to be left with one player standing. Slybutter with so much work to do. This is basically done and dusted. Ladon Esports have successfully won round 11 and won map 1. GG, well played. Very nice stuff coming out there. Ladon able to close it out. That was close, but ultimately Ladon was able to pull out ahead and take map 1. So well done, well played. We're going to be moving into map 2, which is of course going to be Coastline after a little break here. We're just going to be taking a couple minutes break, but of course before we head over into that break, I am going to have to remind you, of course, of the sponsor for this Rainbow Six tournament. The Titan Rainbow Six tournament is sponsored by sellerscars.co.za. If you want to sell your cars for cash, safe and quick, then sellerscars.co.za is the way to do that. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into map 1. Stay tuned for map 2, which is coming soon. We will be there nice and shortly, so do not go anywhere. We will find ourselves on Coastline momentarily. We'll see you in a bit.
Your beach.
He's not here.
We ready?
Alrighty, I think we're all ready to go, done and dusted, so let's head straight into this one. It is of course going to be Coastline for your map 2, and we're going to be heading straight into that one. Frantic 6 versus Ladon Esports here on the Titan Rainbow Six Esports Tournament, sponsored of course by selluscars.co.za. Looking to sell your cars for cash quick and fast, then selluscars.co.za is the way to go. Now we're going to be heading into the batting phase nice and quick. Let's see who gets taken off the board. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like Monty, maybe some Thatcher bans coming out here as well. There's the Thatcher ban. Called it. Hashtag strats. I've seen enough of these games to know what's coming. I'm sure you do as well. So the Thatcher going to be taken off the board as per usual. Don't want to deal with that. We saw it wreaking some pretty decent havoc in the previous couple of... well, in the previous match at least. The Jackal actually going to be the one to take it off the board. That's a nice little target ban coming out there. You don't want the Jackal running around on this map, tracking down all your rotations, all your little roamers. So, of course, that's going to be taken off the board. Now we head into the defense bans. We'll see what gets taken off the board. It's going to be the Valkyrie. Information gathering, no thank you. They're going to take that one off the board. Let's see which one is the next. It might be a Mirror, maybe an Echo. Those could be the two potential bans that come out now that I see usually coming out. We have seen some very odd bans in the past, but there it is, the Mirror going to be the one to get banned finally there. So, pretty standard stuff, except of course for the Valkyrie, which we don't see banned all too often, but of course this time around, it seems like they just don't want her utility capabilities on this map, and for good reason. She can definitely cause quite a problem in dismantling the strats from the attackers, so... that is taken off the board. Now we're going to be seeing Frantic 6 hitting up with the attack here. Going to be Zofia, Hibana, Ash, Nomad, and IQ. On the other side, we're going to see the Wamai, the Vigil, the Smoke, the Pulse, and the Jaeger coming out here for Ladon. Now the Pulse will be picked away into the Legion, it seems. which is definitely a nice little pick there. I think could potentially come in useful. Now they're going to have the Jaeger Wamai combo on the board, which means lots of utility denial. The Ash going to be 6 picked away into the Buck as well. And that's going to leave quite an interesting setup here for these teams. Of course, the Buck mostly common choice above the Ash, although sometimes we see them on the board at the same time. Definitely a little bit more utility with all those shotgun shells that he's been added. Of course, with the recent buffs to Buck, he's got plenty of shotgun shells to work with, so he can open up lots and lots of soft walls. Now we are going to be seeing the second floor defense coming out here, up in towards the games room and the hookah lounge here. We'll see if Ladon can just hold on to this one. We had a very, very interesting map 1. If you didn't see it, go check it out for sure. Very, very interesting. And quite close, I must say. Frantic 6 and Ladon Esports going neck and neck for quite some time, although it was a little bit of a back and forth. Eventually, Ladon came out on top and won that one. So Frantic 6 are going to be looking to try and win back some rounds for themselves and take map 2 so that we head in towards a map 3 where the victor will be decided. That is still a potential possibility because, of course, if Ladon win this one, they will take the W. Let's see if they can do it, or a Frantic 6 will be able to come back and win this one. So they've already started to make their way in towards the map nice and quickly. Making sure they're droning out for that information, making sure that they know what they're heading into. On the other side, of course, just some angles being held all across the board.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
You can see here now, Frantic 6 making their way in slowly but surely. Strider and Neekstra are going to be the ones to hold on towards the first floor. And of course, Sebi here on the staircase might just catch some players out depending on where they are, but some nice presence here from Ladon Esports across the board. Despite having the second floor, they also have the first floor right now, so that's going to leave Frantic 6 to try and crack through this one from the bottom up. We'll see if they can do it.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Right now, we're just waiting for them to start moving in. You can see Cannibal putting on the pressure up towards the repel, but not getting anything just yet. All the players here... Ooh, Crusher is actually going to be the one to pull the first trigger, so that's a great start here for Frantic 6. And unfortunately, for some reason, we're not hearing the bullet sound once again, so that's very annoying. I apologize for that. That's the second time this has happened, but hopefully it does not last very long. We're going to be seeing now Frantic 6 making their way in towards the site, trying to clear everything out. Cannibal actually going to get that pick, so finally the rappel on towards this window does pay off, and that's going to mean that the Frantic 6 are in a great position. 2 players down on the side of Ladon is going to make things difficult now. We'll see if they can get anything in return. It's going to be Sir Pancake is the one to drop. Ooh, Neekstra just holding on to that position right now. Sebi still on the staircase. Mario here holding the angle. Neekstra has to find someone here and actually is going to get taken down from across the board. That's going to be Sly Butter on the roof, completely catching him unawares. That's going to mean that Mario and Sebi are the last ones left alive to try and hold on to this one. Mario getting flashed out of his mind right now. Sebi trying to clear out the staircase. Oh, this is a close one. He finds the head, but pulls the trigger too quickly, and that's going to mean that Legion goes down. Buck going to pick that one up. It's going to be Mario, last one left alive, and not for long. Attackers won round 1. That's going to be Frantic 6 picking up their first round on the board in a nice way to start off map 2. Alright. So map 2 once again will be Hookah and Billiards Room. We're going to be seeing the Zofia, Hibana, Ash, Noban, and IQ on the side of Frantic 6. On the side of Ladon, of course, we'll have Wamai, Pulse, Smoke, Legion, and a Jaeger. We'll see if they 6 pick away from the Pulse again, or if they're just going to keep this time around. The Legion obviously not working out for them in the previous round means they will stick with the Pulse.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Let's see if Frantic 6 can hold on to this lead they've got going for themselves, or if Ladon will be able to clap back and get some rounds going for themselves as well. You can see that drone work being done now as the prep phase is slowly but surely coming towards the end.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I'm trying to figure out a way to try and
5 seconds left.
stop the sound bug from happening, but I really don't know how to fix it.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Definitely not a nice one, but unfortunately it is what it is. Can't really do much about it. So hopefully it just corrects itself like it did last time. Otherwise we're going to be stuck without sound once again, which is an unfortunate situation to be in. That definitely annoys the hell out of me, but what can you do? If the game is glitched, the game is glitched. Okay, so right now we're going to be watching Frantic 6 just doing that drone work, making sure they've got everything on lock as they start pushing their way in towards the site. You can see Crush's Beach Button Cannibal out here just pushing in slowly but surely, joined by the rest of the team below the bomb site. Might be wanting to play from below here, and the Nomad going to be here to just try and clear things up. But Cannibal going to be the first one to pull the trigger. That's going to be Nixtro going down, and Ladon once again on the back foot going into this round. Aha! There we go. I have successfully fixed the sound by getting a drone killed. Wonderful. So we have the sound back, and it is one player down for Ladon. That's going to mean they're going to have to fight extra hard here to keep a hold of this bomb site, as Frantic 6 slowly but surely making their way in. Getting those angles in towards the site. You can see they're making sure they've got all the pressure points right now, opening up the floor, opening up the windows, even holding from the roof across the way. So this is some great stuff coming out from them right now. They've been doing a good job of keeping hold of this one. They know they need to win this one if they want a chance to take the W. Of course, that will mean a map 3 if Frantic 6 do manage to win this one. But right now, it's on to Ladon to try and shut this down, because of course they're going to be wanting to take the W. They be very low on HP. Twix and Mario going to be the only ones with any amount of decent health. Yeah, brilliant run out from Mario though is going to be one frag in their favor. Ladon not looking to give this one away for free. They're going to put up a fight as hard as they can. Right now, Frantic 6 making their way in, clearing things out, clearing the room out. 44 seconds left on the clock. They could make their way in towards this one. Some pre-fire not going to hit. Need to find a way into this site. They know there's going to be someone here close by, but they need to find the head. Oh, the smoke and the Legion going to be the perfect combo to stop them from getting into that one, and that's going to be a difficult situation now for them to be in. Now, of course, low HP for Ladon Esports, but if Frantic 6 can't get in and they get this diffuser planted, it might be difficult. Now, the diffuser will go down, but there are the shots. That's going to stop that from happening. And now, suddenly, Frantic 6, they were in such a good spot, they're going to find themselves taken down by Ladon. Round 2 going to Ladon Esports. That's going to mean that things are evened out 1-1. As, well, Mario doing a good job of holding on to the bomb site. Those run outs definitely coming in clutch. We'll hold on for Ladon Esports. Give them a chance at winning this one, of course. Frantic 6 need to win this map if they want to take us to a map 3. Ladon Esports are going to do all they can to stop that from happening. Once again, we're going to be seeing the Wamai Jaeger combo. Of course, the Mute coming out as well. Smoke and Alibi, an interesting pick coming out for Ladon. And actually, Wamai going to be 6th picked away into the Echo. So this could be a very spicy pick. I was going to say, this could be a very spicy play. And then I changed it to pick in the mid-sentence. Yeah, it happens. It happens. In any case, we'll see ourselves down here towards Blue and Sunrise, which is a difficult bomb site to hold on to, which is potentially why they're picking up that Echo. Could definitely come in handy at defending this particular site. The rest of them, of course, standard operators, with the Alibi a different one. We've been seeing the Alibi getting picked up a lot more recently in frequency. We've seen so many players opt for that Alibi, and definitely can play some interesting games with her. We've seen it work out before, and of course the the comfortability of that operator could potentially be a big reason why they pick her up. On the other side, we're going to have a pretty standard lineup. The IQ, the Nomad, the Zofia, the Buck, and of course the Hibana coming out for Frantic 6. Let's see if they can make it work for themselves. Let's see if they are able to get the rounds that they need to win this one. Or if Ladon will be able to clap this one out as well and take that W. You can see Frantic 6 making their way in. No spawn peaks to see. Nothing too crazy on that particular front. Now we're going to see them making their way in. And actually, the Alibi are going to be the first one to be of use. Going to be spotting out some of those players. And that's pretty much the power of the Alibi. You can just bait people because at this level of play, you're not looking for moving targets. You're not looking to ID your targets in that sense. You're looking to shoot anything that moves on the other side of your crosshair. So that's where the Alibi comes in. Super, super handy. Well, you can see Frantic 6 making their way in very quickly, taking control of the second floor, making sure that they've got control of that. Will give them the ability to get that vertical play going, making sure that they can attack the bomb site from all of those spicy angles, making sure they get pressure on towards the site as best they can, which will definitely come and work in their favor. You can see Ladon now just trying to hold on, get those angles going. Frantic 6 going to be the ones to try and break in towards this site. Lots of presence showing from Ladon all across the board. Definitely not looking to give anything away for free, making sure they're putting up a fight across the board, and I like that sort of stance. I really like it when the defenders actually make the choice to just put presence all across the board in a situation like this. Neekstro going to be taking down Sir Pancake. In the meantime, Beachbutt going down as well, and that is going to be due to Crushers. So that's actually a team kill. That's going to be disastrous for Frantic 6. They have 2 players left alive against 5 players from Ladon Esports. That is not where you want to be. That is going to be absolutely devastating. And once again, the Alibi baiting out the shots, going to be completely revealing the position of Crushers. And Slybutter and Crushers, the last 2 left alive, is going to make it so difficult. IQ going to be instantly clapped. And now it's Slybutter against 5 players from Ladon Esports. Not an easy spot to be in. And definitely one of the least winnable positions that you could ever be in. Now the shots coming through, trying to find the kill. Going to be dropping a couple of HPs, but no shots found just yet. And not able to close the kill out. Ladon Esports will take round 3. Yeah, that is definitely an unfortunate situation to be in. You really cannot be winning a situation where you're destroying your own teammates accidentally. Is really not a good spot to be in. Not to mention, it can really work against your mental. Frantic 6, they have everything on the line right now. If they don't win this map, they do not get a second chance. Map 3 will go bye-bye. They will not get the ability to fight back for it. So Frantic 6, they have to fight hard here. They have to win absolutely everything. Because if they don't, then Ladon Esports will walk away with that win. So, of course, we will be heading in towards the next round. We're going to be seeing ourselves in Kitchen, which is surprisingly a late addition to the set of defenses that we've seen here. Usually we see Kitchen coming out a little bit earlier, but in this case, we'll be seeing it in round 4. So, taking its time, but it will come out eventually. The setup here from Ladon Esports will, of course, be the Alibi once again. The Maestro getting picked up, the Smoke, the Mute, and the Jaeger coming out there for Ladon Esports on the other side. Pretty standard stuff all across the board. IQ Nomad, Zofia Buck, and Hibana coming out for them. Hibana, very, very powerful pick on this map, but so far it hasn't come in clutch for Frantic 6. They still need to make it work, and what we saw in the previous round, it wasn't able to convert any of those kills. Right now, you can see Frantic 6 making their way up towards the pinnacle of a Kitchen here. Just towards the side, pretty much a standard angle. You can see Twix trying to spot out any feet. Some quick movements coming out here for Frantic 6, seeing what control they can get across the board, seeing if they can muster anything from the depths. the other side, Ladon actually doing a good job of just playing slowly, passively, not doing anything too crazy at the moment. They know they can hold on to the site for as long as they need to. The Nitrocell not going to come in to do anything except to take Hannibal down, but Nigstro, that is the perfect situational awareness. That is absolutely incredible. The Nitrocell knocking Cannibal down, and then a great set of shotgun shots through this the ceiling, going to be taking them down. That was brilliantly played. It is not every day that you see some situational awareness like that, but that is very, very well done. Oh, some shots coming through. Now Crusher's going to take one. Beach Butt going to be going down. There's 4 players left alive for Frantic 6. Make that 3 players, sorry, against the 4 players for Ladon Esports. But the shots now coming through, trying to convert any kills. Alibi is actually going to go down, but they will be revealing some of those positions. It's a 3v3 now. Frantic 6 have a good chance of taking this one. This is the best spot they've been in for a round or so. Oh, the Jaeger rushing out too quickly, going to be taken down immediately by Crushers. That's going to mean that 2 players left alive for Ladon to try and hold on to this bomb site. But that's first floor control. I mean second floor control, but they still need to get that first floor control going in. Ladon Esports still holding on to that one, and the laser beam and the smoke, definitely the operators that you want to have alive in this situation. 1 minute left on the clock. Frantic 6 need to find a way into this site. They need to play this one to the T. They cannot make any mistakes here. They need this round. Movements being heard. Sebi is going to be the one to try and hold on to these angles. Can they do it? The shot's coming through, not going to connect onto anyone just yet. Smoke trying to play as much time as possible. Shots coming through. There it is. Sebi gets 1. Twix going to try and assist him to take anyone out, but it's a 2v2. Can it be done? The shot's coming through. Crusher's going to be able to take down Sebi. It's onto Twix to make it happen. SMG 11 in hand. Can it be done? The pings are here. He knows exactly where the players are. Can he get the shots? IQ getting the timing just right to get some shots in, but not going to be winning it out. Ladon Esports 1v2. Twix is able to utilize the SMG to 11 to absolute perfection. Look at those shots. Brilliant stuff. Ladon Esports clutching it out, and that is devastating for Frantic 6. That is not the way you want that to go at all. Frantic 6 lose a round they should have won, and that is going to be absolutely crushing to the mental state right now. Mario, Nigstro, Twix, Sebi, and Strider looking super strong here. You can see Mario going to be heading the server with 6 frags so far. And the closest one to him is going to be 3 frags, of course, on Nigstro, Twix, and Beach. But Ladon doing such a good job of just winning every single round, keeping this one going in their favor. Even rounds that they look like they're going to lose, they don't. Now we're going to be seeing ourselves up here in Hookah and Billiards once again as we head into round 5. And Frantic 6, they really must be feeling the pressure right now. Previous round is a round that they should have won. They had everything they needed to. They had the chance to make it work, but it just didn't happen. And that really is crushing to the mental state. Let's see if they can keep it going. Let's see if they will be able to just purify that mental, keep things going, or if Ladon Esports will take the W. Of course, if Ladon Esports win this one, then they will take the W against Frantic 6. But if Frantic 6 manage to win this map, we do go to map 3. The map 3, of course, going to be Villa, so we might just be seeing another Villa in this tournament. Otherwise, if Ladon Esports win this one out, then of course we won't be seeing that one. Frantic 6 now making their way up towards the bomb sites, starting their run and making sure they've got that information to clear things out. But honestly, right now, they're worried. If you're Frantic 6 right now, you are worried about what is going on here, because you need to be winning every single round that you can. And when you're presented with the opportunity and you're not able to close it out, that is absolutely devastating. 3 rounds for Ladon Esports to 1 for Frantic 6 means that Frantic 6 have to fight extra hard to start putting the rounds in. Ooh, this cheeky bullet hole on towards the window. This could come in super clutch. I really want to see if this happens. I'm tempted to just stay right here, but we do have to move on. Get a quick look at what's happening across the board. You can see Frantic 6 just getting that information in to try and get whatever they can working in their favor. Buck going to be absolutely destroying the ceiling there. Cannibal and Beach Butt going to go down, and Frantic 6 losing their grasp on these rounds, player by player getting knocked off the board, and suddenly Frantic 6 are left with 2 players left alive against 5 for Ladon Esports. It's Slybutter and Crushers to try and do something. It's not even Slybutter, it's just on to Crushers. Frantic 6 losing their grip on this game, player by player going down, and almost a perfect round, but Crushers at least going to get 1 minute and 20 seconds, so there is time to work with, but this is not a good position at all. Oh no, Frantic 6 not able to hold on, not looking in the right direction. Ladon Esports will take round 5, and this is just a difficult position to be in. Frantic 6, they've got so much work to do, and it is, well, it is a steep mountain for them. 1 round against 4 for Ladon Esports. Frantic 6 have got so much work to do. Will they be able to do it? We're heading in towards the second half, and well, when we do, is Frantic 6 going to be able to hold on? Of course, the defense on this map could arguably be better for Frantic 6, but, well, if they're going to be losing so many rounds in this half, it's going to make the second half so difficult. No matter how good you are on the defense side, it will not matter if you've lost so many rounds, because just one mistake could spell your doom. Alright, so we're going to be seeing ourselves down here in towards the blue and Sunrise once again. Ladon Esports did a pretty decent job of attacking on this map. I believe they had a flawless round the last time that they defended on this particular bomb site, and they're looking to replicate that success going into round 6. Of course, on the other side, Frantic 6 are going to have to change up a lot of how they play this one if they have any sort of chance at getting this round. We've seen Ladon Esports be so successful here that this is really difficult for Frantic 6. They have so much work to do, but it is not impossible. They can still do it. We've seen them come back from less. We've seen them do more. Frantic 6 definitely cannot be counted down and out just yet. They still have a chance, but it is a slim one, and every single round it gets slimmer and slimmer. Every round that Ladon Esports wins, it makes it more difficult for Frantic 6. Oh, Slybutter going to be right up here. Sebi going to be the one to greet them. We'll be playing around this angle, making sure he doesn't go down just yet. But there's 3 players outside this entrance. On the other side, Beach Butt going to be attacking from the red carpet. Let's see if they get caught out here. Beach Butt moving in, and 2 players of Ladon quickly going to be retreating. Let's see if Beach Butt can catch them out as Frantic 6 start making their way in. Here come the shots. Can Sebi catch them out? Beach Butt and Crushers now moving up from the one side. Cannibal and Pancake from the other. Ladon Esports was in a pickle, but there it is. There's the first pick. Beach Butt goes down. Ladon Esports, I said they were in a pickle, but what I meant to say is they were very close to the entry points from Frantic 6, but they managed to retreat in time. Now Sebi, Nixtro rotating around some. You can see these quick rotations from Ladon, making sure they're not in one place for too long. Now Sebi is isolated. They could be caught out here. Ooh, look at this. This could be such a cheeky position. Crusher is pushing in. There he goes. Sebi going down. That's going to be at least 1, but Cannibal being taken down as well. The shots coming forward. It's a 2 for 2. That's going to mean that 3 players left alive for both teams. This is a good position for Frantic 6 to be in. This is the best they've been in for a while. They could convert this round, but they need to keep going, and they need to keep winning the advantages, because right now they're even. They have to keep something going for themselves. Some drone work being done. 1 minute left on the clock. Will give them some time to play with now, but they have to make this work. Drone work being done in towards the kitchen. Gonna spot out the Echo. But there goes Slybutter. That's gonna leave Sir Pancake and Crushers, the last 2 left alive for Frantic 6. Their last hope to try and make this happen. Ladon Esports They've been looking so strong here. Frantic 6 need to shut them down. Can it happen right now? We see Mario going down, so it is a 2v2. This is a good spot. Frantic 6 can still make this happen. Nixter taking a lot of damage, so Pancake as well. The shot's coming through. The pistol will win it out. So that's now one player left alive for Frantic 6. There it is. Or sorry, one player left alive for Ladon, so Frantic 6 going to be able to close that one out. Well done. They're finally able to put another round on the board, but is it too little, too late? We will see as we head into the next half, round 7, Frantic 6 versus Ladon Esports. We're going to see if they can keep this going. Of course, 2-round lead for Ladon. They've done such a good job in putting themselves on the board, but now they're moving to the attacking side, and Frantic 6 have the chance to defend. Let's see if they can make this work. Now we're going to be seeing the Zofia, Nomad, Amaru, Hibana, and IQ coming out for Ladon. On the other side, Doc, Legion, Mozzie, Smoke, and Jaeger, with the Doc being 6th picked away into the Wamai, and the Amaru 6th picked away into the Iana. Now we've seen the Iana getting picked up quite a lot recently. Definitely an interesting choice because, well, a lot of players don't really, or a lot of people wouldn't really understand why would you pick the Iana, right? She's basically just a glorified drone. And yes, that is true, but also she does a lot more because she's a glorified drone that you can get every time your gadget is up. You can gather so much crucial information with the gadget from Iana, not to mention the fact that you can bait them out. So you can bait the attackers by running around with that Iana clone. So definitely a useful operator that can be used to some quite effective usage, if you ask me. So we'll see if that is what comes out. And of course, Frantic 6, they have the chance to defend now. And this is the chance for the comeback. This is where they make their stand. This is where they put their foot down and get those rounds on the board. Let's see if Ladon Esports can continue their snowball into this half, or if Frantic 6 will be able to shut them down.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving to
Of course, we will find ourselves in hookah and billiards once again. Except this time, of course, for Frantic 6. Let's see if they can hold on to this site. Let's see if they can successfully defend it, which is, of course, what they need to do if they want any sort of chance at taking us to a map 3, which will be Villa. For those of you who don't know, map 3 will be Villa if we do manage to go there. That, of course, all hinges on whether Frantic 6 makes the comeback happen or if Ladon will be able to take the W here and now.
bomb has been located.
Some quick shots coming out onto Beach, but is going to give him a little bit of tickle damage there. Going to take him down below half HP, but not out just yet. You can see the Echo drones and even the Mozzie drones doing some work to try and spot out the positioning of the attackers here. Ladon need to execute this one perfectly. Mario going to be getting the timing absolutely perfect. Once again, Mario just doing a good job of cleaning up so many... Oh, he just misses the timing there of the player jumping over the bar, but he's in such a good spot. This is a great start for the round for Ladon. They need to keep this up if they want to win this. Frantic 6 have to stop this from slipping out of their grasp because right now it's becoming more and more difficult to do so. Now some shots coming forward and Mario's still in a good spot. It's becoming more and more difficult for Frantic 6 for every advantage they lose, but there is a good start on Beach, but going to be taking down a Strider. A good opening pick for Frantic 6. Let's see if they can keep it up. Of course, the rest of Ladon Esports trying to make their way in towards the side, trying to put that pressure on, get something out of it. You can see Twix very, very aggressive here, moving so close. This is very, very close. Smoke going to be ducking down there, and a grenade going to be taken down by the ADS, and that's going to save the Smoke's life. Sebi now trying to get that defuser planted, going to very quickly retreat off of that one as they can see the rotations from behind. Mario going to be once again putting in the work. Sebi going to be planting that bomb. It's a 2v3 now. The Echo trying to stop any of those defusers from coming out, or the defuse plants from coming out. There it is. Crushers just keeping his eyes on there. The Echo smash is going to come out. But 25 seconds left on the clock. Something needs to happen here. This defuser needs to go down, and the Echo drone is going to be in the perfect place. That's going to deny the defuse, and that's the power of the Echo. They need to find something. And, well, is it going to be enough? Crusher is going to be the last one left alive. With these Echo drones, the plants coming down, they might have enough time This could be it, and there it is. They finally find the Echo. Ladon Esports will take round 7. Huddling in the corner is the Echo, trying to hold on to the round by a thread. It's not going to be enough, and Ladon Esports will once again be looking towards match point. Frantic 6, they've got so much work to do, and I don't know if it's possible at this stage. Frantic 6 been putting up a good fight, but Ladon just coming out on top time and time again. Picking up the Iana is going to be Ladon Esports once again. Nomad, Ashibana, and IQ coming out for them. On the other side, Jaeger, Smoke, Mozzie, Legion, and Maestro going to be the choices for Frantic 6. But is it going to be enough? They weren't able to successfully hold on to the site. Sure, it came down to the wire, but ultimately, Frantic 6 were not able to secure that victory. And, well, they're going to need to do a lot more of securing if they're going to want to win this one, because right now, Ladon Esports have been running away with the wins. So we're going to find ourselves in Hookah and Billiards once again. Let's see if Frantic 6 can hold on to this one, or if Ladon will once again be able to successfully launch an attack on towards this map. There's a lot of mistakes Frantic 6 need to correct, but it's not impossible. They can do it. They can still make this happen. But they have absolutely no room for error right now. If Frantic 6 makes one mistake, that will spell their doom.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving.
We have seen Frantic 6 put up a great fight, put up some good shows across the tournament. They are one of the best players, or teams, should I say, in the scene at the moment. But Ladon Esports, the same can be said about them. One of the best teams in the scene at the moment. And these two giants clashing has been quite the spectacle to watch, but ultimately Ladon Esports coming out on top so far with some very decisive rounds and victories. And Frantic 6, it's been slipping out of their grasp. They're not able to hold on to the rounds that they need to hold on to, and that has really been to their detriment at this point. Right now you can see, oh, I'm a beach butt going down super quickly. Twix going to be picking that one up, and that's going to leave Frantic 6 on the back foot once again. Not a great way to start the round out, losing a player. 2 minutes left on the clock, so there's plenty of time to work with 4 Ladon here. They can make plenty of stuff happen. Let's just see if they can do it. Let's see if Frantic 6 can make something happen. The Abana will be taken down. Cannibal going to be the one to pick that up, so that's a good 1-for-1 now. 4 players left on either side with 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock. This is a good spot. Frantic 6 can make it work. They just need to get something going for themselves. Oh, right now, Sebi are going to be the one to take down Cannibal. You could see Crushers and Sir Pancake going to be the ones there. Iana coming up with the drone is going to bait out some shots from Sir Pancake. Going to give all of that information over towards Ladon Esports. They can definitely work with this one. 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. Not much to work with. Sir Pancake, Slybutter, and Crushers are the only ones left alive to hold on to that hope for Frantic 6. Can they do it? Can they make it happen? 1 minute left on the clock. 3v4. Ladon Esports with the man advantage. Trying to make it work. They have a good spot. 50 seconds left on the clock. Frantic 6 need to hold on to this bomb site. They need to hold on. They need to stay as long as possible. Make sure they don't get pushed. Let's see if Ladon Esports can make it happen. The drone work will come out. 40 seconds left. They need to win these picks. Ladon need to push. They have the advantage. They need to push. The time is now. The time is running out. It's 33 seconds on the clock. The smoke grenades are coming through. They need to keep pushing. Ladon Esports can't let them run away with this one. They cannot give Frantic 6 any chance to come back into this round. They're fighting for match point. Oh, some cheeky shots coming out there, but finally Sir Pancake will go down, so will the smoke, leaving it all onto Maestro to try and make it happen, but the laser beam will not win. Ladon Esports will take round 8, and they will take match point. Some brilliant shots coming out there. Ladon Esports being able to decisively close out their rounds time and again. 6 rounds for 2 in favor of Ladon. They have done such a good job across all of these maps so far, and they're looking to end it right here, right now. One more win will give them that victory, and Frantic 6, well, if they want to win this, they have to win 4 rounds in a row to get to overtime, and then win overtime to take us to a map 3 to try and win. That is an absolutely daunting mountain ahead of Frantic 6 right now, and that might be the crushing blow to the mental game that Ladon need to win this out. Now, they will be swapping out the sledge for the Dockerby, which is a very interesting one. We do not see the Dockerby very often coming out in the scene. And, well, I don't think I've seen her, actually, at all so far. Now, we're going to be seeing the kitchen defense coming out, and this Dockerby might be the surprise trump card that Ladon need to close this one out with ease. Let's see if it happens. I'm very interested to see how they utilize the Dockerby. You do not see her very often in the tournaments here in the country. So, very interesting to see her come out, and, yeah, we'll see how she gets utilized. So, Smoke, Ella, Jaeger, Mute, and Echo going to be the pickups for Frantic 6 on the other side. Of course, IQ, Dockerby, Yana, Nomad, and Ash coming out for Ladon Esports. And, well, they're looking to close this out right here, right now. Any mistake from Frantic 6 will spell their doom, and Ladon know it. They know it. They know that they've got this one. If they play this one smart, if they use that trump card to their advantage, if they get that early pick or any early advantage, they will be able to run home with that win. Everything rests in the hands of Frantic 6. They hold their own destiny in their hands. They just need to make it work. Now, the DMR might just give away that they have some spicy players on the board at the moment, but so far they might not be aware that the Dockerby is on the board, which could be the trump card they need to spot out all the players, get those positions known, and get the shots through. Dockerby can be a very, very annoying operator to play against. If you've played against her in a match, mate, it is very, very annoying to get your spot immediately known. Now, Yana going to be rushing immediately in, so this is the Yana being utilized to some good utilization there. Going to be getting quite a bit of information for the team as they start to make their way in. You can see just putting the pressure on from a couple of different sides. Defenders trying to hold on to this one as Ladon make their attack slowly but surely, trying to get a pick, and it is on to one of these teams to get that pick. Something has to break, something has to bend, something has to come of these pushes here. Somebody has to come out ahead. We'll see who it is. Crusher's going to be forced off the angle to retreat for the moment behind the shield, getting quite a bit of fire laid down on his position. Some shots going through. Ladon Esports mounting their attack. The Dockerby ringing the phones, getting the information on all of the players' positions there, making sure that they do not get away scot-free. Very difficult spot to be in right now. Dockerby going to be buzzing their phones once again. You can hear the ringing. You can hear the sound of the phones as Sebi jumps in to try and make it happen. The second floor are going to be contested at the moment, but Sebi going to get the plant down nice and quick. This might be the decisive that they needed, but they will be taken down. So Pancake and Crush is going to be opening it up. Finally, Ladon Esports on the back foot. 5 players left remaining for Frantic 6 and only 1 for Ladon Esports. And this is the hold that Frantic 6 have been waiting for. This is what they needed to make it happen. They need to keep this up. They need to keep this rolling, because they have a lot of work to do. But this is good. This is potentially a win. There it is. Dockerby going to be taken out. A flawless round for Frantic 6 and a much needed round at that. Finally putting themselves on with another round, but they have 3 more rounds to go if they want to take themselves to overtime, and that's just overtime. That means they still have to fight for the win of this map, and even if they do win this map, they still have to go to map 3 and try and win it on Villa. So that's a huge task ahead of Frantic 6, but they've done the first step, which is getting that first round in. But once again, if they make a mistake, they are down and out. No mistakes can come through on the side of Frantic 6. They cannot slip up here. They have to do everything absolutely perfectly. And what better way to start that out than with a flawless round? Now the Zofia, the Ying, the Yana, the Nomad, and the Ash are going to be the ones to be picked up for Ladon Esports. Of course, the Ying being 6th picked away from the Amaru. The Maestro, Legion, Mozzie, Smoke, and Jaeger are going to be the ones to come out for Frantic 6 here on the defense. Let's see how this pans out.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Frantic
attackers.
6, they have the ability to hold on to this one. Ladon Esports need to fight. They need to push for this win.
Located by attackers.
But Frantic 6, they know they can't make a mistake. They know they need to put in their absolute best into this one if they are to win it, because one mistake will spell the end and the W for Ladon Esports. They are on match point. 6 rounds in the favor of Ladon Esports means that if they win this one, they will take the W and take the win 2-0 overall. So let's see who comes out on top of this one. Ladon Esports putting up such a good show here so far, showing a very, very strong set
Seconds left.
in this match today.
Attackers are heading
And
out.
while we have some time, I will of course remind you that the Titan Esports Rainbow Six tournament is of course sponsored by sellerscars.co.za. If you're looking to sell your cars quickly and safely for cash, then sellerscars.co.za is the way to go. Now of course, this round could be the final round here. This could be it. Ladon Esports could take this one, or Frantic 6 could put up enough of a fight to win it out. And if they can replicate the success of the previous round, maybe they could do it, but they have no room for errors. Absolutely none. Zero room for errors here. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Plenty of time to play with right now. Ladon Esports just doing what they do, making sure they're getting all that information before they push in. They know they need to play this perfectly if they are to win it. They have no other choice. Now, of course, they still have some room for error. Of course, Ladon Esports in the lead is going to mean that they can make mistakes, but they don't want to. They need to play this perfectly so that they can confirm the round. So Strider going to be taking down Beach Butt. So that's the first good pick for Ladon Esports. They're making their way in. They're getting the advantages they need, and this could spell the end of Frantic 6.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Oh, right now the Yana drone moving in to try and get something out, some spam coming through, but nothing found just yet. Ladon Esports very, very close, but Twix gonna get another one, and that's Crusher's down but not out as well. That's Frantic 6 on the back foot. They do not have any more room. They are going to be clapped right back to the lobby if they aren't able to clutch this one back. Crusher's down but not out, so Pancake and Slybutter, the last two left alive, they have to hold on to the side. Slybutter going to get a great spray down with the SMG-11 onto Strider, but so Pancake and Slybutter have so much work to do. There's still 4 players remaining. Make that 1 player for Frantic 6 and 4 players for Ladon Esports. The SMG-11 will do 1, but the diffuser will go down. It's 3 players left alive, and this SMG-11 can't do it all. That's going to be it. That's Ladon Esports taking round 10 and taking the win. The victory is theirs. Well done, well played, an absolutely stellar performance from Ladon.